Hi, I'm Tara Motamedi. I am a writer-director. I live in Los Angeles and I'm originally from Iran. The breakthrough moment in my career happened when I started saying no to projects that didn't align with my career goals. Before, I used to rarely turn down any opportunities, and so I was constantly busy working on 100 different things. I was directing this and producing the other thing and editing something else while applying to 5 different labs. And I found myself running in so many different directions while my internal compass was trying to keep me on one path. But I was fighting it because I thought that being busy and working constantly is progress, but not necessarily. My brother loves this metaphor, and he used to tell me that, Tara, you're running a marathon and you're running really, really fast, but you're on a treadmill. And he was right, and the treadmill was the inessentials, right? And so when I stepped off of the treadmill, if you will, I started taking steps, thoughtful steps towards one direction, and I found that I'm being more productive. I would choose what projects to be a part of, and I made sure that my time and my energy is being spent towards getting closer to my career goals, towards my visions for my future. And I also made sure that every project that I work on is in tune with my voice as a woman and my stance as a storyteller. The project that embodies my full creative approach is my short film For the Birds. It's a purely visual film in the sense that I purposefully chose not to add subtitles to the screen and allow for the picture to drive the narrative. The story is about the public execution of a young woman, and it's told through her point of view as well as the point of view of a helpless bystander. Everything on screen is motivated by what these two characters see, nothing else, which really allows for the audience to be in their shoes. The film's in black and white, only partly though. We start introducing saturation into the film slowly as the character goes into this dream sequence and imagines people standing up against injustice and helping her. And by the time she's saved by these people and her heroes, the film's in full color. But that shift in color, which happened gradually, isn't noticeable by the audience until we snap back to black and white, back to the real world where people are standing back and watching her get executed. Our shot design, our production design, our wardrobe were all very well curated and thought out. Especially for a film that heavily relies on visual storytelling, I needed to ensure that everything that's on the screen serves a purpose. And so everything from what color the wall should be to what each person should be wearing to the pattern that's on their outfits, everything was decided and needed to feel just right for the black and white sequence, be contrasty and feel gritty, and the same things when turned color needed to feel dynamic and warm and beautiful. And so a lot of thought and decisions went into every little detail that's in this film, and the audience doesn't necessarily notice those details or can point them out, but when they watch the film, they can feel all of them. And so that to me is gratifying as a director. The creatives who influence me are many different directors. I admire so many different directors from all around the globe, and the list is long and the names shift around based on the project that I'm working on at the time. Although constantly on my list are Quentin Tarantino and Steven Spielberg and Bahman Qobadi. Right now on my commercial and music video directing journey, I've become obsessed with a handful of directors. Melina Mitsoukas is on top of my list. She needs no intro. She's amazing. Floyd Russ, the Friedman sisters, Ashley Armitage, whose work is so fun to watch and so empowering, Natalie Ray, Miles J., who I think is extremely talented, Julian Marshall, whose work on George Floyd was very, very powerful. And I've also become obsessed with the Sam Du music video trilogy made by Young Replicant. It's really, really, really good. My work contributes, or at least I hope it contributes, to contemporary societal conversations because I choose to address those topics in everything I do, regardless of the medium. whether it's a film or a music video or a commercial, I try to highlight issues such as poverty, human rights, war, depression, climate change, etc., truly in order to contribute to a solution. And as cliche as it may sound, my life goal as a storyteller is to use my platform to make a positive impact in the world, which is why I moved to this country to begin with. And when I first initially moved here and went to film school, I was so encouraged to see big companies like Participant Media and Jeff Skull's mission statement be the same as mine, to entertain audiences, yes, and then to use that opportunity to make a difference. And nowadays you see that that's not limited to just films and documentaries. Brands are doing that. Brands are making spots that are about what they stand for and their values. And I think that's very exciting. It's really exciting to be a part of an industry that uses its influence to fight back. I'm all about that.